There got to be a time within a period in your life where you got to say enough is enough. Okay? You got to be able to discriminate against your current level of awareness to know that it's not enough to get you where you need to be. See, because I thought about this the other day. It's like we always put our acts, we put our intentions, we put our ideas out here, and when certain things come through, we get happy. When certain things don't come through, we get upset. Sometimes we take a whole total different mode of emotion behind it. No matter what it is, how do you know what you're supposed to be doing? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know you're supposed to have that, or you're supposed to be in this place at this time, or whatever or whatnot? The mind will play tricks on you, okay? Especially if you're coming from a place of heart, okay? The reason why I say your mind will play tricks on you, sometimes most of us, we put on a persona. You know what I mean? You put up a front, you wear a mask, you're not as authentically as you should be. You know what I mean? So we carry on this disposition in our lives, thinking or feeling particular ways, resonating at certain frequencies, and when the outside world reflects back to us the equivalent of what we've put in, here's the mode of emotion that comes. Okay? Sometimes we got to be able to transcend our current illusion. Okay? When I say current illusion, that's current reality that you're co-creating. The thing that you're thinking of, the places and beliefs you're willing to accept, the ideals you live from, the principles you live and the ones you don't live. You know what I mean? All of this stuff we're co-creating within our realities. We're influencing our environments. We're damn near helping each other somehow culturally and communitatively. Most of the times, we don't want to deal with ourselves. We don't want to be alone. Okay, we always want to carry or be around someone who resonates just like us. You know what I mean? But the thing is, intention. Intention plays a big part in things. Okay, because the intent added along with your willpower produces whatever desires that is literally aspired for. Okay, now, certain things, if you understand quantum physics, if you understand the art of magic, chaos magic, entropy, syntropy, any of these thermodynamic laws, listen, you have a lot of potential. You know what I mean? Potentiality, causality. You got to start looking at things like that. Because at the end of the day, the people I see, the circumstances I run into, the money that I make, the job that I accept, all of that is an inner reflection of me. You know what I mean? It's made in my image. You know what I mean? God made us in his image. So damn near, if our reality is made out of our image, our principles, our actions, our intent, our will, don't you see the congruency and the coherence between all of the myths, all of the stories in the Bible, all of these certain supernatural powers supposed to have? Listen, you gotta wake up. We've all been put here to model our own truths, live by our own ideals, figure out this mystery in life, because there's a lot of, let's say, boundaries that needs to be dissolved as far as fears, motivations, energy workings, learning how to transmutate, learning how to go through alchemical processes, learning the different elements, like figuring out how all of this science and physics works of this vacuum that we live in. Radio waves, frequency, all of the natural aspects can be used in a technological advancement as well. So if you're learning how to deal with electronics, RF transmitters, AM, FM transmitters, you're literally learning how to resonate at certain vibrations and frequencies based upon your mind and your emotion. You know what I mean? You add a certain spin to it, started to make it more physical by adding the components, your capacitors, your transistors, your basic wiring, and your elements. Listen, you're tapping into a whole total different mode of reality. You're now starting to understand co-creation, manifestation. You're starting to understand a process, a natural cycle, but you're actually being an alchemist or sorcerer of it. You know what I mean? You're harnessing the energy and learning and teaching yourselves in order to be the governor of your creation. You know what I mean? So you just got to be able to understand that sometimes it's not meant for us to have certain things. It's not meant for us to be in certain places, be in certain relationships. You know what I mean? It's the problem or the issue at front. We blame everything else, so sometimes we can't find it, but it's right there really in front of your face, your reflection. It's like everything, the way how people treat you, the way how you feel in every situation, it is there for us to go through an alchemical growth in order for us to transcend every single limitation that we've had since the accident of our birth. I normally don't speak a lot when it comes down to certain situations like this because nobody don't wants to hear that. But sometimes you just got to understand that the influence from the planets, you got influences from the environment, the radio frequencies, everything that's going off, the hertz that's literally being given off by the earth itself. You got to see the relation between that, your mind, your body, your different energy centers in your body, and you got to start working with them, start understanding centropic and entropic levels of energy. You'll be able to dissolve and shake up illusions. You'll be able to see and be a seer, be clairvoyant of certain energies, certain places, around certain peoples. You know what I mean? Like all of these abilities have been given to us, but yet our focus is on personal, egotistical desires. Like you're going for money, you're going for relationships, you're going for sex, you're going for addictions. Take all of those issues, transmute it in order for you to gain your alchemical level, your light body, your DNA and activation to be able to have and not live in a world of limitation. You know what I mean? Because it does cloud your judgment. It clouds your judgment a lot. That's exactly why we're so analytical. Once you take yourself out of the equation and you see yourself as all, because when I go out here, every time I see someone else, I see me. So whenever I'm talking to you, I'm going to talk to you like as if I'm talking to me, because I understand me when it comes down to growth, when it comes down to transformation. So anything that needs to be healed, anything that needs to be aware of or inspired in, I'm giving that message. I will resonate at that frequency. You know what I mean? So now, once we're resonating, we're giving off these vibes, this airwaves, radio waves, just they're flowing out there. That's intent. We think it's just ideas, but literally these are potentialities. These are actual expressions that needs to be a radio wave transmitted in the air, just like a little seed. You know what I mean? And it's out there in the, we call it air. You can also call it the universal water. You know what I mean? It's the electromagnetic waves. It's literally when you throw a rock in the pond, you see how it ripples out? Same thing, every thought, every act, every intent, everything.